Alrighty. Hi guys. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see. Welcome to your barre class today. Hopefully. Alright, you guys. You guys ready to warm up and get moving? I know I am. It is so cold. The weather is terrible here. So let's warm up. Let's get it started. You don't need anything with you today unless you have some weights or bands. All right, we're going to start standing in the middle, feet down on the ground. We are just going to roll those shoulders back and we're going to open up that chest. Roll and bring those shoulders forward. Lift them up. And nice big arm circles to the front. All the way around. And reverse. All right, we're gonna take it into a nice little step touch, side to side. Just to get those legs working, we're gonna take it and we're going to reach. As you bring your feet together, I want you just to reach that arm over. You should feel that stretch through the side. So take it slow. All right, this time we're gonna bring it across and we are gonna swipe across the body. Keep those shoulders down and back. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Heels, the butt. All right, bring them up in front. Marching in place. Keep that core nice and tight, shoulders are down. All right, we're gonna stand on our left leg, right leg, lift up, out, drop, lift out, in, down. So we're just switching, going from out to in, from in to out. Right leg only. Hold on to something if you need a little bit more stability. One more. Bring it down, shake it out. Left side, lift it up, open, down. Warm those hip flexors. Also do circles. All right, we got about 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take it into a nice half squat and stand, so half squat. Into your half squat, I want you to think of bringing tailbone back. Knees aren't bending so much. We're doing a little bit more of a hinge just to get those hamstrings nice and warm. I want you to hinge it a little bit more forward. So think bending at the hips instead of the knees. Like a good morning. Little bend in the knees is fine. One more. This time we're gonna bend those knees, come down into your squat. Okay, watch your form, make sure those knees are not going past the toes. Keep that chest up. And one more. Stand it up. Come into your nice step touch position. From here, we are going to find the space, beginning of your mat, wherever your space is, come into a nice high squat. So you don't need to be all the way down here. Keep it up a little high. Core is tight. Legs in, out, in and out. Get that lateral work in. side to side. One more back. Keep it low. Get a little lower if you can. And stand up. All right, shake out those legs. All right, we're gonna start with calf raises today. Get those out of the way first. So if you have something, chair, door, anything you need, feet are in parallel position. We have 45 seconds of calf raises. So we are going to lift up, down, up, down. Up, down. If you want to make this a little bit more intense, let's double time, up, up. Keep those ankles in line. All right, keep going. We got about 20 seconds left. I want you to keep those quads squeezed, glutes squeezed as well. Core tight. A lot of things working at once. We got 3, 2, 1. Go up and hold on those toes. Ooh, feel that burn. And bring it down. Bend both knees, but keep the heels on the floor to feel that stretch. All right, shake it out. We're gonna go into our first position. Oh my gosh, you guys, my brain is melting. All right, so heels together, toes apart. Target a little bit more of those inner outer thighs. In this position, press those hips forward. You don't want any hinging here. Squeeze those glutes together, squeeze your quads, roll up onto your toes and down. You can hold your hands wherever is comfortable. As long as you get all the way up on those toes. Keep those quads squeezed. We got 8 seconds. Your calves are screaming. Raise your hands. 3, 2, 1. Take your balance. Go up, hold, squeeze. Fight that burn. Unless you cramp, then come down. You got 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Take that stretch. Bend the knees. And do a heel stretch. Whatever feels right. Nice little stretch here. We have our second position coming up next. This one is the one that burns the most. Here we go. So we're going to come into that nice wide second, not too wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width. Same thing, press those hips forward, squeeze glutes, roll it up and down, up, down. Nice soft landing. We're not flopping our heels down. You should almost just barely let your heels touch the ground. Okay, here we go. We got 20 seconds left. Ooh. Fight it. If you're feeling like giving up, you got 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Squeeze the quads. Squeeze the glutes. Hold. And bring it down. Bend those knees. Heel stretch. All right, take a second, shake it out. We're gonna go into some regular squats. Okay, so we have 3 sets of squats. They're gonna progressively get a little bit harder each time. But we got 45 seconds of these squats. So we're gonna come into a nice hip width position. Here we go. Weight in the heels, sit the booty back, and stand. Nice flat back, keep that chest lifted. Feel free to have a little bit wider stance if you have sensitive knees. Having a little bit wider stance, the knees pointing out. Takes a little bit more pressure off those knees. And break. All right, step it out. This time we're going to repeat, except this time we're going to go into a sumo squat, so a little bit wider. We're going to add a pull. So, feet wider than shoulders. Point those toes out towards the corners. Stack those shoulders above the hips. We're not really leaning forward in this one. We're not really coming here. Think of staying as upright as possible. Down and up. Again, keeping the weight in those heels and pressing through those heels as you stand up. We're going to add that pulse at the bottom. So like a double. One more. And break. All right, we have our last set, which is going to just be pulsing. Come up as needed, because 45 seconds is a long time. All right, here we go, you guys. Nice wide position. Bring it down. Come on into this position. Adjust your feet as needed. Bring those hips forward. Shoulders over hips. Pulse it up and down. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Pulse it. If this starts to get pretty intense, just decrease how low you're going. But stay in it. We got 10 seconds. Whew. All right, 5, 4, a little lower, a little lower, and break. Bring it up. Take those legs out. Take a nice little quad stretch here. All right. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Have some room. We are going to go into our brain fart, guys. Brain fart tonight. Releve, plie. Basically, we're going to do tiny squats on our toes. So, if you have a wall, a desk, a chair, this is usually where I think it comes in the most handy. I usually just use my door. So from here, parallel position. Roll up onto those toes. Glutes squeeze, and have you bend your knees just a little bit. Recheck, make sure those hips are tucked back under. From here, pulse down, down. Small, smooth. You are just coming down and up an inch. Pulsing. If this is a little bit too much, drop those heels down, and you're just going to do them in the same position with the heels down. Keep it going. Lift those heels. Try to stay on those toes. Should be feeling it in those quads. Keep the glutes squeezed. I know it's a lot to remember. We got 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the bottom. Hold here. We're going to open the knees. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Little diamond shape. Open. Remember, it's just a small bend in the knees. We're not bending them too much. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up to bring it down. All right. Same thing, but in our first position. So heels together, toes apart. So bring it up. Slide the heels in together so that they are touching. This is where your hips are going to want to stick out, and you're going to want to do that. Bring it back up. Bend the knees. So we have that nice diamond shape here. From here, pull down, pull. Small movement, but they're staying bent the whole time. You can do this with no hands touching anything. Test your balance, otherwise having something close by is very handy. Re-engage those glutes. Make sure they did not slip out. Keep them tucked under. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Hold it here. And bring it up and bring it down. Shake it out. All right. We have our wide second position next. So, very wide. Wide as you comfortably can go. You're going to bring it down. Bend those knees. All right, from here, we're going to alternate lifting our heels. Here, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. I got my right heel going. Lift and lower. Left heel, lift, lower, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, pulse down and up. Down and up. If you are holding on to something and you feel pretty stable, feel free to lift those heels up and pulse in this position with those heels lifted. It's not easy. So keep it going. If you keep it simple, drop the heels, keep that pulsing going. Otherwise, feel to drop them, lift them. Drop, lift, drop, lift. Combos. We got 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. We'll walk it in. Shake it out. Great. We got one more standing exercise before we move down to the floor. So for this one, we have our reverse lunges, but we are going to bring them up into a knee lift. So knee lift here, you can keep it, you can kick it out straight. Again, this is your time to work out, so choose how hard you want to go today. So you're gonna step it back into that reverse lunge. You're gonna lift, you can bring it right to here, or again, you can turn it out. Place it right back, down, lift. Okay, if you feel like getting fancy with it, go ahead and extend it out into a front kick. Okay, 45 seconds each side. Watch that form, especially with lunges. We don't want that knee going past the toe. A little bit of a forward lean is okay, and we'll target a little bit more of those glutes. All right, here we go. Take a nice big breath in. Right leg is stepping back. Bring it back. Find that form. Lift. Feel free to extend it. We got 15 seconds. Pressing through that left heel as you stand. We got 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Getting toasty in here finally. All right, we got other side coming up. Left leg is coming behind. Inhale, strong core. Step it back. Remember, take them slow. Form is way more important. Feel free to add in a pulse at the bottom if you want to make this a little harder. We got 15 seconds. Last one. Okay. Got those legs working, those glutes. Should be feeling it. Quads should be feeling it. All right. Grab a sip of water if you need it. If you have a band that you would like to use for any of our floor work, go ahead and grab it. Okay. So, down to the floor. We're going to be on our hands and knees. Donkey kicks are first. So, bands on if you have them. If not, don't worry about it. If you have a small hand weight and you don't have bands, feel free to put the weight behind your knee in this little crack here. Squeeze it with your leg and use it that way. So, options. Here we go, you guys. We're going to start on our right leg first. And options here on the hands. If you have sensitive wrists, bring it down onto the elbows. I'm going to do on the elbows today. Also increases the burn just a little bit. So make sure those knees are right under the hips. We're going to inhale. Flat back. We're just going to press that heel up and down. And where that leg stops at the top is where you squeeze in that glute muscle. AKA think that you have a penny between your cheeks and you don't want to drop it. We got 15 seconds. All right, we're going to hold this leg up there. We're going to pulse. Lift and hold, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rock it back to a child's pose. Oh, feeling it today, you guys. All right. We have our left side coming up next. Make sure there's some space between the knees. Here we go. Left side. Bring that foot up. Nice right angle. Knee comes down. Lift and squeeze. Try to stay right over that right leg so that you're not leaning too far into that right hip. It will make it harder. All right, we're going to pulse. Bring it up. Hold, squeeze the glute, press the heel up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back child's pose. Taking this band off for now. Okay. Adjust my music. All right, we're gonna do fire hydrants next. So, starting on our right leg, it's just gonna come straight out to the side. Think right angle, just like that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg out to the side. Lift and lower. If you have your band, feel free to keep it on for this. Again, making sure the only thing moving is that leg. Our back's not arching when it comes up. We want to just keep it nice and flat. For the last 15 seconds, feel free to add a pause and bring it down. Lift, hold, 1, 2, and lower. Hold, 1, 2. Ooh. One more. Bring it back to child's pose. All right. Left side. In 3, 2, 1. Pull that core in, nice flat back, left leg. left side. Second side is always harder. We got 15 seconds left, so add in that pause if you can. Hold 1, 2. Keeping that form up. We got 5 seconds left. Get one more. And break. Go ahead and bring those toes together and knees apart. Sit back into a nice wide child's pose. And we're going to come up onto all fours, slide that right knee forward, and come into a quick little pigeon pose to stretch out that hip. Same thing with the left, bring it forward, slide it back. We have our glute bridges coming up next. If you have a chair or a bench or anything that you would like to elevate your feet on, now's your time. I'm going to do mine off my little box right here, and I am going to add a band to these. If you've been doing glute bridges with me for a while, or if you don't really feel them working as much anymore, feel free to add your bands or elevate your legs. If you're still working on feeling them in the glutes, on the ground is fine. All right, we're going to lean it back. So I'm here. My little feetsies are up on my box. You want a nice right angle. So if you have your feet up on something, think right angle the whole time. Toes are up to the sky. Pressing through those heels, and once you're on the ground, same thing, I want you to press through your heels. Squeeze and lift. Cheek. That's what's propelling you up. And down. Squeeze and lift. Up and down. Try to hold it at the top for 2 to 3 seconds. More seconds. Last one, we're going to go up and hold. Hold in this bridge position. Press through those heels, wiggle those toes. Adduct the knees. So we're going to open, close, for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Bring those knees into the chest. We are going to repeat, this time in our frog bridge position. So I'm going to do these on the ground. All right. So our frog bridge is our heels together, knees apart. They don't need to be very wide, just a comfortable position where your knees are apart. Hands down by the side. Roll those hips back so that there's no space underneath that low back here. Go ahead and squeeze your glutes together. Lift, hold, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Repeat. Squeeze, lift, hold. 1, 2, 3, repeat. Really squeeze those glutes at the top. All right, we got 10 seconds. We are going to go up and squeeze and lift, hold, knees, open, close. Very small. Open, open. For 3, 2, 1, bring it down, knees into the chest. All right, we have one more glute bridge variation, which is single leg. So, single leg, you're going to go up with 2 legs. Find the position where it works for you. Place that heel into the ground. You're going to bring this other leg up. You can hold it and place it over the other one wherever you want, wherever's comfortable. All right, so inhale, come on up into your glute bridge. Let's take our left foot into the air. If you're still working on these, keep both feet on the ground. Down and up. Pressing through that right heel. Should be feeling these in your hamstrings, in your glutes, and a little bit in your calves is fine. One more. And switch leg, bring it down. Take a second to breathe. Roll those hips back, squeeze the glutes together, lift. The right leg comes up, lift and lower. Pressing through that heel. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, knees to the chest. Rock it side to side. All right. Come on up, seated position. We're going to come into a stag. We're going to do some muscle lifts. Okay. There we go. So, right leg in front, left leg behind. I want you to lean a little bit more over your right leg here. Option. Hands down on the ground as you lift this back leg up. That whole leg is lifting off the ground. Okay, option. Otherwise, keep it upright, no hands. Leaning forward still. That is a lot more intense. Here we go. We got 30 seconds of these. We're going to squeeze that left glute muscle. Lift that leg. Doesn't need to go up super high. You can adjust the positioning of this leg if you want it a little bit more in front towards the side, or if you want it behind you and lifting more to the back. Again, find the position that feels good. All right, we're going to go up and hold. Hold and squeeze. I want you to squeeze that whole leg, squeeze that glute muscle, hold it, just cover it above the ground. And kick that leg to the back like you're going to kick the wall behind you. For 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Switch legs. All right. Adjust. Find the position that works. Lean it forward. From here, squeeze that right glute muscle. We're going to inhale, lift and lower. Again, play around with the positioning of the leg. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift it up, hold it here, squeeze, and flex that foot, bring it to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Bring it into a butterfly position. We're going to go into a little bit of some core work. Open up those hips just a little bit. Feel free to rock side to side. Flap your little butterfly wings. And we're going to spin it around and bring our feet up into a V-sit position. Except this time we're going to lean it back. Feet come up, toes together. We're going to do some adduction in this position. So hands come out. All right, here we go. We're going to hold here. Knees apart, together. Knees apart, together, apart. So feet stay together the whole time. It's just those knees. Open, close, open, close. All right, we're going to hold here. Hold it, squeeze those knees together, squeeze the ankles together. We got 10 seconds. Slowly bring those knees further away from you. Try to straighten out those legs. until you can get them almost completely straight. And then bring it up. Inhale. Scooch it forward. Bring the knees back into our butterfly position. We're going to do butterfly crunches. From here, hands cross over the body. We roll through our spine nice and slow, all the way down to the ground. If you can sit all the way back up, you're going to come all the way back up. If you are not quite there yet, hands, you're going to lift halfway and down. Lift and lower. Okay, 2 options. Keep it going. We're going to roll through. When you're coming down, I want you to take it nice and slow. If you are going all the way up and all the way down, try to keep your arms crossed over your chest to make this harder. Go nice and slow. You've got one more. And break. Okay. Grab a weight if you have one. We're going to do some Russian twists. Side to side. We're going to lean it back. Heels down on the ground, toes up. Feel free to lift the heels up if you want to make this harder. Lean it back. Side to side. Take it slow at first. Let your obliques and let your spine get used to its rotation. And then if you feel comfortable, you can make it a little faster. Otherwise, really focus on keeping that core engaged. Keep it breathing. You got 10 seconds. If you're not using a weight, I want you to tap those hands on each side of the ground. And rest. All right. We're getting through, guys. We're getting through. It is almost time. We are going to go into some planks. Get a little bit of our shoulders in. So from here, we're going to come into an elbow plank. So bring it onto the knees. Bring those elbows right under the shoulders. Slide the feet out. Come on up into a plank. Bring the hips down. Hold it here. Inhale, bring the hips up to the ceiling, pressing through those shoulders for a down dog. Bring it back down. Hold, plank. Repeat, press the shoulders up and down. Plank. Downward dog, Simon says. Plank. All the way up and back down. All right, hold this here. Hold that plank. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock back to a child's pose. All right, we got one more plank left, and it's going to be on our hands, and it's going to be a slow mountain climber. So up to our knee, we're going to try to keep it turned out, as turned out as you can. Otherwise, you're just going to bring it right to your elbow. All right. So hands under shoulders. Start on your hands and knees, and then from here, bring one foot back, and then press right up from here. Hold it. We're going to bring our left knee underneath, place it back, and opposite, place it back. These are slow and torturous. We've got 8 seconds. Keep those hips down. And break. Whew. Rock it back. Bring those arms all the way around. So from in this child's pose position, bring them all the way around into a big circle, all the way to the back. Interlock the hands together behind you. And bring it up, pull the shoulders back. Breathe, take a nice big breath in. Open up those shoulders. All right, we're gonna finish with just a few push-ups. All right, push-up position on the knees, on the toes, whatever works best for you. Here we go, we got 30 seconds of push-ups. So as many as you can do. Inhale, pull the core in, squeeze the glutes, go for it. As many as you can. If you can only do one, then you do the best one push-up you can do. Focus on one aspect of lowering and pushing back up. Trying to get your hips to leave the ground the same time your shoulders do. You got 3 seconds. Rock it back to child's pose. Inhale up. We're going to come into a stag position. One more time, just for a little bit of mobility drill. So back into the stag. We're going to keep the knee down on the ground. The left foot is going to come up and lower. So this is again for that hip mobility and stability. So we're just rotating from our hip. Our knee is placed into the ground and that foot is just lifting. It's only lifting an inch, that's fine. It takes a while for this movement to feel any sort of normal. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Again, this can help if you lean a little bit more forward over this leg and adjust that back leg. From here, squeeze, rotate, and lift. All right, almost there. Ooh, my hip starts to cramp in this one. 3, 2, and 1 more. All right, bring it into a butterfly position. Go ahead and interlock the fingers underneath your toes. And you're gonna lean back and let those shoulders pull away from your ear. Take a nice little stretch here. All right, from here, extend the legs out in front of you. You can either bend this left foot here, or you can bend it behind you. Again, whatever is more comfortable for you. I'm gonna bend it in this one. And we're just gonna flex this right foot. Sitting up nice and tall. Hold that toe back towards you as much as you can. And then release. We're going to lean forward. Reach for that foot. Like we are in elementary school doing our sit and reach test. Lean forward. From here, so we have our shoulders facing our foot. From here, I want you to bring it back up. I want you to turn your shoulders towards me. Right shoulder towards the right knee. We're just going to turn and kind of bring your ear to your knee. Left arm extends, right arm hangs out. This is going to help us stretch that whole left side. Bring it back up. This is one of those old school stretches. And other leg. Left leg out. And we're going to reach forward, keeping our shoulders square to our legs. Reach, reach, reach. Again, very gentle. And inhale up, same thing. Turn our shoulders to the side. Rotate and just turn a little bit. Left, right arm comes up. Bring it back up, both legs out in front. Reach for those toes. Let the head hang down. Take 3 nice, big, deep breaths here. And inhale up. And shake it out. Roll out your hands, roll out your wrists, shake them out. Have some water. Today is Wednesday. Oh, wow, today's Wednesday. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. And I will see you soon. Thank you for joining.